Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible now.
Okay. And I have
Yes.
initiated the recording for your information. It's getting recorded. I will share you the recording at the end of this session. So every day it will be getting recorded as usual. Okay. Fine. So today what we will
Okay.
do is like we will start the basics for SAP NetWeaver server. So okay.
Okay.
Let me ask with an initial question. What is a NetWeaver server?
It's like ABAP plus Java.
ABAP plus Java. Okay. Uh, have you seen any Java servers right now in your any of the landscape?
Yeah. Yeah, we are having Java also. Yeah, I had seen.
What kind of server is that? What server is that?
Like Java application only.
No, the application name, the name of the application.
Like like in development, and then
Hmm.
yeah, development also I had seen, in production also I had seen.
No, the
Like in
application
Linux and
name.
as well as in Windows.
Like you have something called ERP or CRM, right? Something like that. For Java, what was the application name?
I think in GND, I didn't remember exactly, but
Okay, fine. Just check that and come
I think
to.
in HR also I had seen.
I
Okay.
want the application name. Just check
Okay, I
that
will check.
and come for the tomorrow session and let me know what kind of Java applications you are using. Okay, fine.
Okay.
And is my slide clear?
Okay.
Is my slide is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when we talk about SAP system, you have three different types: ABAP stack, Java stack, and dual stack.
Okay.
In dual stack, you have ABAP and Java.
Okay.
Okay. So what is an ABAP stack? What is a Java stack? What is a dual stack? We will be discussing architecturally. Okay. So before we discuss that architecturally,
Okay.
you just need to understand the instances associated with the system. So before I go with instance, what is an instance? Have you heard about this word called instance?
Yeah, it's like interface, like 0001.
That is instance number. 00 is instance number. My question is, what is instance?
Instance means it's like interface only, right?
Instance is not an interface. Whenever I refer an SAP system, my SAP system will have a database and central services, which is implemented like message server or enqueue server. This is for your interviewer. My SAP system will have database.
Okay.
Let's consider I have HANA
Okay.
database and it will have central service. When I say central service, it includes message
Okay.
server and enqueue server and instance, application server instance. For an ABAP system, it will be ABAP instance. For Java system, it will
Okay.
be Java instance. So my SAP system will have three components.
Okay.
Have you heard about this central service, message server, enqueue server?
Yes.
What is your idea on that?
Uh, NQ server means it's a log for log management only. Is it correct? Because I had seen these things in while restarting the server.
Okay, enqueue is for log.
SAP.
Agreed. Agreed. Okay, message server.
Message server is for application server. We'll use this message server for exchanging the messages and data and everything
Communication. Communication.
in a
Right.
distributed system.
Fine. Good. So they
Yeah.
are referred as central services. So we will discuss in detail. Let me know if all these are aware for you. You are familiar with all this terminology. Then I can move out. If you feel you don't have that basics, you can hear my lecture. Right? It's up to you because it's a one-to-one. So you should tell me, I am completely aware of this, or you can skip this part or something like that. If it is really record, you can interrupt me. Yeah? No harm. Okay. Fine. Central
Okay.
services will have your message server and queue server, and instances can be your ABAP instance or Java instance. So now, when we talk about this application server instance,
Okay.
that is my ABAP and Java, you have to note on important information again. My application server instances will be having a 2-digit instance number, which you rightly said. And based on the instance number, the port number will be varied for a dispatcher. We will discuss about dispatcher. Have you heard about dispatcher?
Yes.
Okay. What is dispatcher?
Dispatcher means it will distribute the task. Like for example, if user request will come means first GUI means presentation layer will receive that user request. From there to it will send to dispatcher. In dispatcher it will stored in dispatcher queue. It will follow first in first out. Then from there to depending upon user request, corresponding work process will be assigned.
Okay.
Then that work process will check the information related data in buffer.
Hmm. Okay. And
Am
any
I
idea
correct?
on? Yeah, you are right. You are right. If in case you would have been giving a wrong information, I would be definitely interrupting you. You are right. Thing is, like I'm again more particular on the port number for a dispatcher. Any idea on the port number for dispatcher?
Port number generally you said in HANA 5, it will start with 5 instance number.
Is it starting with 5? You have to review that. It doesn't start with 5. Something else. You can check that also. Okay. Fine. Coming back to my dispatcher,
Okay.
again it's an interview question. The port range for dispatcher would be 32 instance numbers. So if my instance number is 00, my dispatcher port will be 3200. And if you have multiple instances on a same host, each instance will be using its own memory area, and each instance it will have its own directories. So to have the communication between these instances, there will be a dispatcher aligned, and the port number will be 32 instance number. You have something called profiles through which this instance will be configured. Have you heard about profile in SAP?
Yes. It will stored on USR, SAP SIDs is
Okay.
profile,
Well,
right?
yeah,
Means during installation, these profiles are created.
correct. What are the 3 profiles that you have in SAP? Any idea?
Startup profile, default profile, and then instance
Okay,
profile.
good. So we will be having a look on those profiles and the differences in the server. Before that, just for your information, my
Okay.
instance will be configured through instance profile. So we'll discuss in detail about profile. So this is just an introduction unit. So we are not going deep for every topic.
Okay.
So my instance is controlled by my
Okay.
instance profile. And as I said earlier, I have different instance types: ABAP instance, Java instance, dual stack instance, and SCS instance. SCS is your SAP Central Services. So 4 different instances in an SAP. Again,
Okay.
interview question. 4 different instance types. Okay. Now, ABAP instance. We will
Okay.
again discuss about each instance as we progress. So the ABAP instance or Java instance or dual stack, whatever it may be, each one have a common functionality. Instance is going to do something that's the same activity that you're going to get out of this ABAP instance or Java instance. Only thing is like the components will be different. So I'll be showing you some block diagrams as in progress. So just for your information, my ABAP instance will have some of the components which is more connected with ABAP transactions. My Java will be having Java instance will be having components connected with Java transactions, and my dual stack instance will be a combination of both. And any idea what will be available in my central
Okay.
service instance?
Like a message server and the NQ server, you
NQ
say.
server. Good, right? Fine. So keeping that in your mind, if you could see, I have my database, I have my instances, and I can have multiple instances, and there will be an SID. Assume our database is going to be HANA. So you just have that mindset. We have my application on
Okay.
HANA database. Okay, fine. Do you
Okay.
have any idea on the application versions? So what kind of NetWeaver version has been existing in your landscape? Any idea?
7.5, I think.
Okay. So prior to that, you were having 7.4, 7.3, 7.2. So it goes on. Only thing is like you need to focus on the initial level. So what happened initially? You were having something called SAP Basis. So this is for my application server, and this is for my ECC. So when I differentiate between ECC and application functionality, what I'm trying to do here is like I have two different technicalities. One is connected with my SAP Basis, SAP WebAS, and SAP NetWeaver. So this is called just come from bottom to top. So this level has been identified as a basis technology, and you have something called CBF, core business functionality, where I have my evolution from R3 to R3 enterprise to ECC. So here the point for the interview is the difference between the two different evolutions for your NetWeaver product. One is basis technology and another one is a core business functionality. And here you will be focusing mainly on R2, R3. What is R2? What is R3? We have discussed earlier, I guess.
Yes, it's a two-tier architecture and then three-tier architecture.
Good. So when you say two tier, three tier, what is the real meaning behind that? What is a two tier and what is a three tier?
Like in two-tier architecture, development and quality is in one system and then production is in other system. Welcome to three-tier architecture. We have separate like production, development, production, and quality.
Development, quality, and production is just for your convenience. Based on that, I cannot designate my
Okay.
architecture. My architecture is something which SAP gives me. I will be having development, sandbox, to production, to quality. So, do you mean I should have R5 or R6? No, right? Or I don't have development and quality. I have only production.
Mm,
Then do you mean that's going to be considered as R1? No, right?
no.
Something else. We discussed in our HANA session. Anyway, I'll give you a review again. My R2 is nothing but I have two layers. You are right. You have two layers, but those two layers are nothing but the discrimination between your presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. In R3, you will have three layers. In R2, your presentation layer and application layer will be considered as a single layer, and database layer will be considered as a second layer. So this is again for your interview.
Okay.
Why we are talking about R2 and R3 is the way in which my SAP is getting progressed is what I'm trying to show you. So here I had SAP Basis 4.6, and then I had some WebAS. Then comes my NetWeaver. So from here, the common one 7.0, then 7.1 series, 7.2, 7.3, 0.4, 0.5. It goes on. Similarly, I had my R3 4.6, R3 Enterprise, ECC 5.0, ECC 6, and then comes 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and with some EHPs. Point to be noted, for you is before NetWeaver, you had WebAS. Before ECC, you had R3. So these are the two important information that you want to remember, maybe for your certification also. Did you try giving HANA certification? I forgot
Okay.
to ask you.
No, Satish.
No, you should have given a try.
No.
Why? You are not confident or what happened?
No, I thought I need to learn more advanced course also for certification. I don't know about certification details and all. Because you said we have advanced topics also, right, in HANA.
Correct. But the
So I stopped.
certification was for admin. Anyhow, we were having some dumps and people cleared. Not in the batch in which you did. The previous batch or the pre-existing batch. Many people cleared,
Okay.
and it's okay. No worries. We'll plan for certification at a point of time. Fine. So this is the background for your versions. Now the architecture will be different before 7.0 and after 7.0. So have a look on this. So this is my architecture for my NetWeaver server before 7.0. And here, can you see something called DVEBS? Can you see this?
Yeah, dialog work process and then update enqueue background and then spool.
Good. So you are aware of this, right? Fine.
Yes.
And what about this MSGWICM?
Gateway and then ICM. I don't know abbreviation. It's a resource like ICM resource. Internet communications. I didn't remember the abbreviations exactly.
Okay, fine.
ABAP MS means ABAP message server.
Message server. Question for your interview is like different work processes in SAP. So you have 6 work processes. D,
Yes.
V, within V you have V1 and V2, and E, B, and S. Total 6 work processes. So you have to be very, very clear with differences. So maybe in one word, can you give an explanation for each work process? Let's start with D. What is dialog
work process is used for login purpose. Dialog work process is used for login purpose, and then update work process means any changes in database. And enqueue work process is for logging management.
Okay.
And background work process is we need to schedule any jobs in background, means not only jobs, any tasks we need to schedule, means it will schedule like a job. For that purpose, to reducing the workload on dialog work process, we will use this background work process. And then spool is used for printing purpose.
Printing, very good. How you know these things? So you have done this somewhere or read this somewhere?
No, Satish, actually I attended many interviews, right? For that reason I prepared.
Oh, okay, good. So you are self-preparation for interviews.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. You gave the right answer. I just missed this V1 and V2. You didn't give me the difference between V1 and V2.
V1 we have critical update and V2 non-critical updates. In background also we have like priority, like ABC priorities are there.
ABC, in background, okay. So that is something which we have in very rare cases. But for V1 and V2 update process, so you mean to say my V1 is critical and V2 is not critical? Is this what you're coming to tell me?
Yes, maybe.
Then what is critical and what is not critical? When you say critical and non-critical, what is critical? On what basis you give this criticality?
Critical means it will.
Hmm.
Suppose in SM13 we have a dumps. Sorry, update records will be there, right?
Hmm.
Maybe that will affect in the for business purpose. Maybe that is the critical one. Like if update is deactivate.
Mm, not exactly. See, we don't give this as a critical update or non-critical update. We have something called synchronous and asynchronous. So we refer this V1 as synchronous update and V2 as asynchronous update. But I still accept V1 is a bit critical and my V2 is not so critical compared to V1. That's okay, but that's not going to be the same always. It completely depends on the statistical data associated with the
Okay.
updates. So you have again V3. When you say V1 is critical and V2 is non-critical, then what will you say for V3? Have you heard about V3 updates?
Yeah. Like after completion of V1 and V2, we
Hmm.
need to go for V3.
Is it? So you mean to say V3 should be done always?
Not always.
Hmm. Okay. V3 is more connected with background mode, batch mode. So my V3 update
Okay.
will be more connected with a job schedulement, and my V3 is not going to be executed immediately. We will be scheduling it, and it's going to be
Okay.
asynchronous again. On the contrary, my V2 will be asynchronous update and it will be a real-time update. So it's not going to be a batch model. So now again a point to be noted for interview. You have two different asynchronous updates, V2 and V3. My V2 is real time and V3 is batch mode. And when I talk about V1, V1 is also going to be a real time update, but it is not going to be as real time as my V2. So V1 is synchronous plus real time. V2 is asynchronous plus real time. V3 is asynchronous plus batch. Any queries? So
Like
now,
synchronous means you said,
hmm,
hello.
yeah, go ahead.
Synchronous means in HANA you said it won't wait for until next step will complete like log volume.
Hmm.
That is only the synchronous
It
means it won't
will,
wait for another one.
it's not, it won't wait, it
That
will
is only
wait.
right.
It will
It
wait. In synchronous,
Yeah,
there
in
is,
asynchronous it won't wait.
ah,
Whether it's failed.
correct. In asynchronous, it will not wait. In synchronous, it will wait. Okay?
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Now, we saw about the processes or work processes. Now, you have a core processes. So, these types are more considered to be a secondary work processes or work processes. So these are core processes in an instance. MS, GW, and ICM. Message server, gateway server, and internet communication manager. Okay. What is the again for your interview? What is the purpose of message server?
Message server, it communicates the distributed system for messaging purpose to exchange the data in application servers.
Okay, good, correct. It's for communication between the dispatchers in single system. What is the purpose of gateway process or gateway server?
Gateway means it will connect R by 2 to some external system like R by 3 or else some other system.
Gateway is not going to connect always an external. It can be within internal. Gateway helps in communicating between two SAP systems or between an SAP system and external system. So it can be both ways. And very, very important, in one
Okay.
application server, you will be having only one gateway process. You cannot have multiple gateway process. Similarly, in an application server, you will
Okay.
be having only one ICM process. So ICM is Internet Communication Manager. So this is more connected with your web protocols, your HTTP protocols, and all those stuff. So clear with this core work process and the secondary work process in SAP system. Okay. So now what you, so is this something you are already familiar or it's a bit new?
Little bit I know, but you said ICM, I don't know.
Okay.
Like abbreviation purpose, I know, definitions and all, but detail, I don't know.
Fine. So this one is for your ABAP server before NetWeaver 7.0. Similarly, when I have my Java server before 7.0, this is what I could see for the block. Here, I want you to compare with ABAP and tell me the difference. You should be remembering the ABAP which we saw just now. Compare it and tell me what is the difference that you can see in my Java architecture.
In ABAP, we have work process and everything. Here in central service, in central instance, we have HTM and we have Java dispatcher. And then in ABAP, we have ABAP message server, and here in Java message server and Java enqueue server.
So only two differences.
And dispatcher also we are having. Dispatcher.
Dispatcher. This one, you're talking about this one? So in ABAP, you didn't have this dispatcher?
Java dispatcher, yes. Dispatcher is there, but we have DV BGMS like dialog background, updates pool, and then enqueue. But here we don't have that. Only central instance message server and then enqueue server are there. And gateway also core components gateway also not there.
But you are right in one way, but you are missing few information. Let me revisit to the ABAP. So the core main fundamental here is like I have a single block called central instance, right? Here I have central
Yes.
instance plus central services, CS, correct?
Yes.
That's a major difference, which I couldn't hear from you. And the second difference, you have this ABAP instances where I have my gateway and ICM, correct?
Yes.
But in my Java instance, I couldn't see those services, right?
Yes.
And One more information, SDM. What is the SDM, by the way? Have you heard about SDM?
Software Development Manager.
Software Development Manager. What is that? Can you explain that? Any one word for that?
Maybe for installation and upgrade purpose we will use.
Installation and update purpose. Not exactly. Okay.
Or else any development.
It's software deployment manager, not development manager, software deployment manager. From the name you can understand it's helpful in deploying my software packages. So it's not for a direct installation, it is for deployment of softwares. And for each SAP system, this SDM will be configured only once, and your SDM will be visible only in your Java central instance. Okay, and you have your Java dispatcher. In my ABAP, I had ABAP dispatcher. So the dispatcher is almost the same role. It helps you in distributing the requests to the server processes. And I have my Java message server. But here my Java message server is residing in my central service, CS. Similarly, I have my Java enqueue server. The purpose and the functionality is going to be the same. Same like here. Message server and gateway service. And here you don't have that gateway. Instead, you have your message server and ES, enqueue service. So hope you are aware of the enqueue server also, right? You just gave me the explanation. So that's the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. Lock management.
Okay.
Now you have seen both ABAP and Java. Now let's combine both, a dual stack. So remember both and have a look on this block and tell me your learning. What can you see here in my dual stack?
ABAP plus Java central
ABAP
instance
plus
and
Java.
then Java central instance.
Okay.
And ABAP plus Java. Yeah.
ABAP. Okay. So do you see any differences from the
And
two
then
blocks?
ABAP dispatcher. Like it's a clubbed. Here ABAP dispatcher is there, Java dispatcher is there.
Okay. So any variation from what we saw earlier?
And then Java central instance.
Any variation? Any variation can you see?
No, I didn't see because those two are ABAP plus Java. Those two are mixed, combined here.
Okay.
In host, we have ABAP plus Java central instance.
Okay.
And we have separate Java central instance.
Okay.
In that we have Java message server and Java enqueue server.
So what is the takeaway? You have seen the block for ABAP, you have seen the block for Java. What is the takeaway for this dual stack? Anything new which you could see, or everything is same from the two blocks what you saw earlier? Maybe I will have a look here. This is for my ABAP.
Like maybe in host.
What happens in the what happens in the host?
In host we have ABAP dispatcher and as well as in Java dispatcher. But when we come to Java central instance, we have only two services, two servers, Java message server and then enqueue server.
That's the same here also, right? In Java. In Java central service, I have my MS and ES. I have my CS with MS and ES. Yeah.
This Java Central, but in Java Central instance previously, here it's combined like SDM.
Hmm. I have my SDM here.
This one, Java Central instance.
Java Central instance, I have my SDM. My Java Central instance, I have my SDM. I still have it, right?
Yes, Java instance.
Okay, Java instance, fine. So by Java instance, I have a dispatcher with services. I have a Java dispatcher with services. Still, I don't see any variation here. Agreed?
Yes,
So to make it short,
we
yeah, go
have
ahead.
ABAP also here.
Because it's a dual stack. So
Yeah,
this,
we have ABAP also here.
yes. So
Yes.
combination of this plus this gives me this dual stack. So whatever you saw here will be here. Whatever you saw here will also be here. So it's a combo pack of both. No
Yes.
change, no variation. Nothing new. Okay?
Okay.
Confused or clear?
No, no, no. Yeah, it's okay. It's clear, Satish.
Now we will go above 7.0. So you just saw until 7.0, this was my blocks. Next one is my
Okay.
ABAP, where the version is after 7.0. It can be 7.1 or 2. The application, have you ever installed any SAP system? No, right?
No.
Okay. So you will be installing one SAP application, and once the application is installed, you'll be able to see
Okay.
the architecture in this block. Now I want you to compare
Okay.
this ABAP with the previous ABAP, the older ABAP, and I want you to give me the difference, whatever you can see here.
Like in previous ABAP, we have like
Hmm.
ABAP message server here only in first block only.
Okay.
ABAP message server gateway and then ICM.
Okay. What about here?
Here it's in separate ABAP central services is there. Message server and NQ server.
Mm-hmm. So you mean to say this is the difference in my older one and the new one?
Yes, Satish.
Okay. Anything else?
And then service instance like application server.
Hmm. Application server? What is it? Application server. What can you see as a difference? Have a look. One,
Here only
again.
one instance of application server with central instance.
My old and this is my new. Okay. What was that? You were telling me something?
Previous we have ABAP central instance and then ABAP instance separate, and here in ABAP central services are separate. ABAP instance.
Where is my ABAP instance here? Which one you are referring as an ABAP instance?
ABAP instance. No, here it's not there.
Is it? Instance is nothing but your application server. I just told you, right? In my ABAP system, my ABAP application server is my instance. In my Java server, Java application server will be instance. Application server is going to be my instance. Either I can have a single instance or I can have multiple instances. Confused or any doubts?
No, here we have two
Hmm.
here we have two application servers. Is it correct?
Where?
Two application server and one central instance, central service.
Where? Okay, what is my second application server? So this is my first, right? Which is my second?
This
Which one?
scalability is what?
Scalability is nothing but your scale out.
Scalability.
Scale out. You have multiple instances, just like scale out in HANA. You have having a scale out option in
Okay.
SAP. Scale out is different. Don't get confused.
Okay.
Very
Here,
simple. Very simple. I will give you in very layman manner. This is my older version. Before 7.0, I just had central instance where I had my message service, gateway, and ICM.
in my host.
Yeah, in my host. Here, I will not be having my message server in my application server. Instead, I will be having a separate central services where I will have my message server plus NQ server. Earlier, I were not having this NQ server here. You just had MS, GW, ICM. Now you will be having your gateway and ICM as it is, but your message server and NQ server will be separate. So when you have your NQ server as separate, you will not have this NQ work process. Here you had DVEBS. Here you will not have this E work process. E will be separate. So what happens? My NQ will be missing in each host. So if you see here, each application instance, I can still have NQ. So maybe I haven't added this E here. This B is nothing but E. This is B and this is E. It's a mistake here. So here you will be having NQ for
Okay.
each host. But here you will not have NQ for any of these hosts. You will have a separate NQ server. Parallelly, you have some kind of variation for this Java and dual stack. I want you to go through this. I'll be sharing you these slides now. I want you to go through this unit, and
Okay.
tomorrow, once I start this session, I want you to give me the difference for this one and for this one, and I want to get that information about the Java system that you have in your landscape. What is your Java system? So 3 tasks for the day. Okay. Any queries?
Okay,
It will
Satish.
be a daily 1 hour, and we'll be having the same time unless and until you are okay with this time, right? What is your work timing? What is your office timing now?
Morning shift means 6:30 to 2 o'clock, and then night shift means 9 o'clock it will start.
Okay. Then any of this time is okay for you, whatever the shift is, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Fine. So tomorrow we will align with this. Once this discussion has been cleared, we will get into the next unit. And the other thing is, like, I'll be sharing you the server shortly. I have received the credentials. I'll be doing that initial checks,
Okay.
and I'll be giving it to you in another 30 minutes of the time. And the server is something which we usually procure as it is. Only thing is, like, the softwares will be different, and will be having some upgraded configuration in the server. So you will be having that bandwidth to install an application and connect it with HANA database, and you will be doing all the activities in the application server. HANA part you can take care. So HANA is something which is with you. So you can install the HANA and keep application
Okay.
server installation. You will be doing it using the tool called SWPM. Have you ever used or seen software provisioning manager? SWPM is software provisioning manager. Have you ever heard of this tool?
I heard, but I didn't see.
Okay. So we will be launching that tool, and I will be giving you how to use this tool. You can do many installations, many activities in this tool. So I'll be giving you that knowledge.